Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It is bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, I just did a Justin Bieber video. I wanted to put a break in between BAM Margera videos. I did a BAM Margera video yesterday and I just checked the views and it's doing about what I thought it was going to do. So I'm going to talk about him again. I have something serious I really want to talk about. And I think he's falling apart. I do. Like I said, I did a video yesterday about him ranting, about being upset at people. He was yelling at people on Reddit, calling them bozos, saying that he's clean and sober and all that. And now he's got another video. And he says this, I'll describe the video. The video will be right down below. It's from Instagram. As usual, the link's right down below. If you want to, you can watch it yourself. It's right down in the description. And this video, there seems to be a lot going on in his life, and he doesn't seem to be handling it very well. And I want to talk about him going on Instagram because he's very upset at somebody. Let me describe the video to you. Okay, it opens up and he's right up in the camera. His face is right there, and he's upset. He says he's been walking through Sherwood Forest. He says, or he's in England, or he was at Nottingham Castle, I guess. And he said he was there with his girlfriend, and he was having a great time until the police busted in. Six cops, police busted in. And they said to him, they were checking on him. They said that they got a call from California. Now, I don't know how this works, how somebody from another country could call. I guess they can. And somebody called them and said they wanted to check on him, that he was going to self-harm, that he was going to harm himself. And he starts going off on I think somebody named Lima. Now, I'm not that up to date on BAM Margera's world, and so he starts just going off on somebody. He says, I know that was you, Lima, trying to 5150 me. 5150 means put him, he calls it a Baker act or a Baker hold. That's when somebody is when you're worried about somebody being a danger to themselves or other people, you can have them put on a 3-day paper. I put myself on a 3-day. I was in and out of detoxes for 72 hours, 13 times. I put myself in there as a lockdown facility. I told them that I was thinking of offing myself. And so Bam is upset. And he says this happened in Florida, because he's ranting about this. You did this to me in Florida and it worked in Florida, but it's not going to work anymore. And he's just ranting. And he says, you're a crazy bee and it's not going to work. And he's just going off. And he says, this is why your husband divorced you and all this. Let me just talk about this for a little bit. It made me cringe for two reasons. It seems there's a lot going on. It doesn't seem like he's doing very well. He's only been clean and sober now for 6-7 months. And it doesn't seem like he's going to meetings, like he's really got the whole serenity thing down. You know, like, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. The courage to change the things I can. And the wisdom to know the difference. It sounds silly. Some of you are probably saying, oh, Daryl's saying the serenity prayer, but it's honestly, it's given me a lot of peace in my life. And, and Bam going on Instagram and going off on this person. The video before this, he's in the hospital. I'll put the link to that down below too, and on Instagram. And it's because of his torn ACL. Apparently he hurt it more now because he was walking around Sherwood Forest. So he's hurt his leg. He hurt his knee. He re-hurt his knee. He got in a fight. I did the video about that. He got in the argument with his girlfriend, 40-minute argument over a piece of gum. He ranted about that yesterday. It seems like there's a lot of turmoil, a lot of anger in his life, and it concerns me, because this is the kind of thing that you start using again. And the other big thing, like I say on here, when people, I've had a few people that I've had, 1 or 2 people that I've had to block from this channel, because I always say I don't reward bad behavior. when I see somebody in the comments, and this has happened, like I said, I actually had to block. I've only blocked 2 people, and I think it was the same person, actually. And they would just comment over and over again, and I would ignore them, and they would just be a comment after comment after comment on every video. And like, I wouldn't talk about it. And the more I didn't talk about it, it seemed like the more this person got upset. And like I said, you don't reward bad behavior. By him going on Instagram and making a video that hundreds of thousands or millions of people are going to see, it's giving, if there is this woman trying to 5150 him, it's giving her what she wants. It's getting a reaction out of him. Doesn't he realize this? By going on Instagram all upset and ranting and swearing at her, it's giving her the exact reaction that she wanted. She wanted to cause him trouble. She wanted to cause him turmoil, obviously. And by him, that's her reward. He is rewarding her. He's prompting her he's rewarding her to do it again by going on Instagram and going off like this. And plus, it's getting her notoriety. It's he's saying her name on Instagram. It's making her famous. It's making her feel important. She's having an effect on his life. It's a stupid thing to do, if it's bothering him that much, to go on Instagram. I mean, I don't know. It makes me wonder why he doesn't realize this. He's got to be smart enough to realize that going on Instagram and calling attention to her like this, what it makes him look like, the turmoil, what it's doing to his life and his sobriety. I mean, it's important to just, like I said, the serenity prayer is for a reason. Just to let things go, because when things start piling up is when you relapse. You get to a point where you say, look, I've been clean and sober, and I did a video about this. Like, when I first got clean and sober, I thought everything was going to be great. I'm following all the rules, I'm being honest, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, so life's going to be perfect. Life's going to be like a cakewalk. And it wasn't. All of a sudden, bad things kept happening. Other people would do stuff. There'd be stuff out of the blue, stuff just by chance. Bad things still happen. And you have to get used to that. You have to just let it go. That's why the serenity prayer comes in hand. Because when that happens, you start, that little voice in your head starts saying, well, look, I've done the right thing. I'm being honest. I'm following all the rules, and look at all this bad stuff that's still happening to me. So why am I even being clean and sober? Why am I even doing all this? Screw it all. Why not use? Why should I do this? That's the reason for the serenity prayer. You can't change what's going to happen to you. Things are going to happen to you. People are going to do stuff. People are going to say stuff. People are going to do bad things. Let it go, man. The only thing you can change, you can't change them. You can't change the bad things that are going to happen to you, like tearing your ACL. The only thing you can change is the way that you react to them. And by him reacting in this angry, ranting manner is the wrong way to just let it go. Let it go, man. The karma, the law will handle people like that. And if they don't, they don't. The only thing you can change is the way you react to it. It makes me wonder about Bam, how much more of this he could take, how much more stress he can take, because it really looks like he's losing it. All right, let me know what you think. I'll be back later with another video. The links will be down below. Have a good Monday.